you can cast a long time, but when a fish takes, salmon fishing is the most exciting sport in the world because you're trying to catch something that doesn't feed. They're powerful fish. They take some playing out, and this salmon, caught on the conventional method of casting down and across the floor and letting the fly come back, well, that's the fight it puts up. Super fish. Super sport. And what a prize. This is the copper calf tail I've just tied, and this is a silver stoat, or whatever you want to call it, that we were looking at earlier. Notice how in the calf tail, which you in fact call a copper stoat's tail in a way, that the hair is far crinkly and splays far more. And same with the tail compared with the golden pheasant crest feather, and same with the calf tail hattle compared with the feather hattle. And it's worthwhile considering tying all your dark salmon flies, or a lot of your salmon flies, just with calf tail in this fashion. You're going to get far more movement out of that than you are out of this. And movement is important in a salmon fly. There's going to be far more flickery, there's far more life suggested in there, and perhaps we ought to consider throwing away our squirrel tails and using calf, which is readily available in the shops. Wonderful material, gives us movement, and that is important. Another interesting point in relation to this style of fly, there's the copper calf, and there's a stoat's tail with a blue hattle and a red tip. This is a black-bodied fly, blue hattle, a bit of yellow crystal hair in there, and a yellow butt, and it's got a yellow calf wing. Now we've come to John Todd's little length of the River Struel here in Northern Ireland, and I've asked John to fish through this salmon lie. It's a little bit early for a reasonably good chance of a salmon in the Struel at present. It's usually June before the first make an appearance, but he's just doing a demonstration for us on how to fish an Irish salmon river. And perhaps, in fact, you could use this method to fish some of your slower lengths on your own salmon rivers. Notice he keeps the rod tip almost constantly in motion, and at the same time he's using a single-handed rod. He will strip line in, and in the faster water he'll strip it slower. In the slower water he'll fish a little bit more quickly. So this is something we tend not to do in the rest of the world. We tend to sort of chuck it out and let it swing around with the current. But here we have a different method of working the fly. In water which, in Britain, people would turn around and say, well, it's shrimping water. In fact, it isn't. It's fly water. Again, it's taking the point fly, Curry's red shrimp. These Irish shrimp patterns, and Curry's is one of the oldest, really have stood the test of time. The original.
Doesn't make this shallow water.
Well done, Malcolm. Well done, John. Brilliant. My heart was in my mouth. It works. Well, this grill's we've tapped on the head, and we'll probably enjoy eating it. Big fish we put back. These 1C winter grills we harvest.